Frankie. I'm glad someone is here because I didn't want to get started without anyone being here. Thank you for holding it down. I had to go and get me some water. Well, while we are waiting, hello, legendary king, rider racer. How are you? How are you? So while we are waiting for some more people to get in here, because I did schedule this live for today. Let me. I brought my glasses with me this time so I can read what's going on in the chat. I stayed home today. Oh, okay. You just run the race. I know that's right. Where you racing at in all this snow? And I'm happy for the snow, and I thank God for this snow, because I prayed for this snow. I prayed for this snow. I prayed for the snow. You know why? Because we needed to kill some of the germs, because the snow catches the dust and all the germs in the air and everything, and it kills it. So we needed the snow. We definitely need help this with this COVID that's supposed to be coming back. So they say COVID and some other viruses out there. When I got to work yesterday, my director was like, the measles has been an outbreak of the measles lately up in the city of Philadelphia. So they want to make sure that our center is, health wise, health, safety. But we are a very clean place. We clean everything. We sanitize everything. When children put toys in their mouth or whatever, we very much try to keep our center very clean because we work with children and you want to make sure they're in a health, safety environment. Seem like I'm about to catch a cold, y'all. Should I put on some tea? I think I'm gonna put on some tea. Because I was out there today helping my husband shovel some of the snow and everything. He did the front, I did the garage area, like where the garage where the car come in and everything. So I had to stay home today to help him out because that's too much for him and then have to go to work. That's just too much. That's why it's called partnership. But it this oh in this marriage. Oh God. I'm trying to get these timers out. Okay. This time, y'all, oops. I'm gonna use my timer. Okay. Oh, come to Denver, Colorado. I would love to go to Colorado. I think I would love it. I really do. I really think I would love it. I'm not gonna do but so many cards with y'all tonight. See, we're gonna try to get to learn some things about what is a crime and what is not a crime. That's the name of the game. It lets your knowledge of criminal conduct and exposes you to laws that can have a lifelong impact on someone's life with a variety of felonies, misdemeanors, and other offenses. This game offers a fun and educational way to uncover the different aspects of criminal law. Enjoy endless entertainment playing this game with friends and family to see who can recognize the varying crimes and their associated punishment. Law are the rules in the game of life. The purpose of Crime No Crime is to educate people who often fall victim to the criminal justice system simply because they don't know the rules to the most important game of all, the game of life. Because sometimes we see things, um, and I'm going to read some more here about the game of life in this criminal game, and then I'm gonna, put my own input to it. Our family of lawyers is comprised of a prosecutor, judge, criminal defense, and corporate attorneys. We created Crime No Crime to reduce the number of lives and families being destroyed when those you care about unknowingly engage in conduct that exposes them to criminal liability. Our goal is to help keep our youth and others out of the criminal justice system by educating them on laws they should know before they are faced with making a decision. We do not focus on laws in any specific state, but on various laws across the United States. This information not only educates families on laws that can have lifetime ramifications, but can also serve to discourage individuals from engaging in conduct that can lead to criminal records, lengthy prison terms, and even death sentences. And I thought this game was important to share with you all here on my channel, on the simple fact that we all know we came in to know each other, in contact with each other virtually. We have a relationship through the great R&B singer Robert Sylvester Kelly, and we see the in our eyes we see it as injustice, and a lot of us have been doing research and going to channels, listening to some of the documentations that they have on Robert Sylvester Kelly, and also the things of that has taken place within his two trials, two federal cases, the one he had in New York, and also the one he also had in Chicago. I'm sorry. Now we know that he is right now, um, you know, appeal. He's trying to appeal his case and everything. And I believe, and like I said before, I'm confident that Jennifer Bonjean will be very successful at what she's doing. She's a seasoned attorney, and they have to go through this stuff like a fine comb. They probably trying not to miss anything, and maybe every now and then they might even have people here on YouTube who are watching some of the channels or the platforms of Robert Sylvester Kelly as his support team, and what we're saying out here, what the people are saying, because he was judged sort of more like in by public opinion and not by the court of law, because of the document series of Surviving R. Kelly had made people already find him guilty, of his crime, and we all see that's injustice, because I don't think nobody should be found guilty by a document that was done on a Lifetime television network. So and then a lot of us really weren't there, and everybody's going by hearsay and rumors or whatever, and I wasn't there, so I can't judge him guilty. He ain't done nothing to me but make great music over the years that I've been a fan, and I followed his tenor of his career in music, and the things he wrote in his songs and how it inspired me. And as we talking about Robert Sylvester Kelly today, I just wanted to sit down and write him a letter. I wrote him a letter here, and I thought I may want to share some of the letter with you, but I'm not going to be able to say everything I want to say here in this letter, because there's some things I want to keep it confidentiality, between me and him in this conversation. And I said, I wrote, "Dear Robert, when you receive this letter, I pray it find you in good spirit and in health. Also that you be able to understand my print." Okay? Because I had to print it, because if I wrote it in cursive, he probably would like struggle with it. So I did it in print, and as you can see in the letter, I wrote it in like kind of like large print, because as we get old, our vision get a little dim. So I wanted to make it large so that he can be able to see the print more legible. Okay. And I said, first, I would like to start off wishing you a happy, blessed new year and birthday. We both entered into a new chapter of our lives in the beginning of January. You actually inspired me as being a Capricorn. Yes, it's going to be our year, what God has in store for us. I have a strong feeling you'll have a successful appeal. I'm confident in your legal team, Jennifer Bonjean Law Group. I see a sign of a victory. I love that song by R. Kelly. I also would like to share that well, I don't want to share that part with y'all. I'm just going to leave it as that part, and then I'm going to go into, um, I'm gonna cut out some stuff because I don't want to put that here on YouTube. I said, and in closing, I'm praying fervently for your release before the end of 2024 and looking forward to some great inspirational music from you, giving a powerful testimony as allowing God to use you for his glory. Your number one support, Casey McDaniel. Okay, there's some things I just didn't want y'all to hear here on YouTube because I don't know who's going to come across this channel, but I just wanted to just share that with you. Those of you who are Robert Sylvester Kelly supporters, I wanted to share that part with you. I'm writing the letter, okay? I'm writing him a letter and just, trying to keep him encouraged and let him have some, his spirit don't, get discouraged in any kind of way because doing this kind of stuff he's involved in and things conversations going on here around his name on YouTube. It's just so discouraging. It's just so bickering back and forth of who's doing what or whatever. Just focus on what you do, and we all will get along fine here. And just stop all the lying and saying that you're a relative and then you got to tell more lies. People just exposing themselves. But moving on, we just celebrated a great man's birthday yesterday, which was the Dr. Martin Luther King. And I was just watching a movie of the old school. It's called King. Um, his story that was done on film, and great actors and actresses that were, playing the roles of Loretta Scott King, which was, of course, the late Cicely Tyson. Paul Winfield, he played Dr. Martin Luther King. All these people have gone on. A lot of these people have gone on, but when I watch it, I was talking to my oldest sister and I said, look how much passion they had doing his story. It's like they really felt the struggle. And I listened to the speech and I listened to how he delivered his speech and everything. And especially when he talked about he did his own eulogy and he knew he was going to die because him and Malcolm had this conversation. And Malcolm was like, you know what? One thing we have in common is that we both are dead men. Okay. And he knew he was going to die because he knew he was in a fight he was taking a fight that was a dangerous revolution to bring social change to the ills in our society. And he followed a lot of stuff from Mahatma Gandhi, what was going on over there, and a lot of other people he studied, and they struggled their fights in other places of the world. We weren't the only people that were dealing with mistreatment. There was mistreatment going on in society all over the globe. Okay, other people fighting against religion in some places, religion practices in some places, and it still goes on in America, whether you see it or not. It does still exist in America. And that's what Christ's fight was truly all about. Um, I truly believe this man was a servant of God. He set a great example as a role model. Not only just a role model, he set the example his for his followers and the people that he was leading in this fight and everything, and the people he was out there fighting for. But he set a role model as a father and a husband and a lot of other great things, and he said he won't want to be recognized for anything other than what his work was for the Lord. That's all he wanted to be remembered for. And I said, you know what, there will never be another Martin for I don't know when God is going to send a deliverer or somebody to represent for Christ, to represent him, to walk with him. And I truly believe Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., he followed Christ. I truly believe that's the walk you have to take when you take the walk with Christ, to lead people to him and to lead people to to live right in a righteous walk. And he got death threats and all his house being bombed, his family being endangered, and everything else like that. But he still kept going in this fight because he said, I have to keep going, you know. And I liked his speech, I've been to the mountaintop. You know, like any other play, any other thing, he would like to live longevity, but he knew his time. Hey, Sir McGill, how are you? You here to play the game? Some people are coming in. Please hit the like button as you come on in. Come on in. Let's get into. We're going to get into this game. But I just wanted to just share, you know, some of my inserts, steps about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., how I we celebrate him and his great works that he done, not for us, but for the Lord, how he led and he followed Christ. And I truly believe there is no ministry, I have not seen one yet, that's not out here puffed up, conceited, um, and just wilding out on the pulpit, and they feel that it's okay, and they justifying their actions and their behavior and their conduct or whatsoever. I said no. I'm looking at the word of God, and I said people talking about the pastor this, the past. I said no, follow Christ, follow Christ, follow Christ, and he will show you who they are. He will expose these people to you that they are not him. The antichrist that's on these pulpits today is so discouraging. It's today I saw a female pastor Owens or some name like that, some woman Owens, and she was, you know, talking about people being saved, and she says, "You're not saved. You're going to the club, you're partying, and you're doing da 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 da. You're not saved, and you want to come on in the church and you want to do all of that stuff, then you're not saved." And then she said that the pastor, this Murphy William, and I don't call him no bishop. I follow Christ. Christ is the bishop, okay? And if you follow the word of God, he gives you the qualifications of a bishop. You go into the book of Timothy, I believe it's Timothy chapter 3 or Timothy chapter 2, whatever, and he gives you the qualifications of a bishop. And I don't see no bishop. Now, I could see it in Dr. Martin Luther King, a bishop. You know, he's following Christ, walking as Christ walked on when Christ was here. So that is a qualification of a bishop. One wife, rule his own household over his children, and his wife and everything is a woman that also who showed piety, okay, and her way of how she carried herself and everything, and the children, and the way his relationship is with his household, with his friends, his family, and how he present the church. That's a bishop, okay? Bishops are not these kind of people you see calling bishop today. They have more than one wife. Some of them been married 2 or 3 times. You're not supposed to be married but once as a bishop, okay? When you read the scriptures, you will get what God said in his word, the qualifications of a bishop. Now, anyway, moving on, this woman, pastor, and if you read your scriptures, you know no woman's supposed to be no head over the church. She ain't no head over the man. So when you read, and I totally 100% agree with that, with Pastor, Apostle, whatever, Geno Jennings. I'm 100% in agreement with him with that. No woman is supposed to be the head over the man in the church. She is, God did not call woman to be no pastor and the head of the church. He called man. Christ is over man head. He made man first. He said that from the beginning of his text, and people are adding whatever they want to add. I don't care who ordained you, who whatever, this, that, and the other. But anyway, she's a woman, and she was out of line of what she said. The wife of that pastor that threw that New Year's Eve party. I didn't even comment on her on that video. And everybody said, "Do you want to say?" I'm not saying nothing because if people read the scriptures and they know she's out of line. And this is why God didn't put no woman the head over no man. She said, When I watch the video, the wife need to put her husband. The wife need to check her husband or something like she need to go start a fight with her husband over what he did in the congregation. She's out of place saying that about what the wife need to do. The wife, only thing the wife need to, if anything, the wife need to pray for her husband. If that should have been her word, pray for your husband. She encouraged her to pray for her husband. Okay, but you are not to be in between this man and his wife to tell his wife to go and start a fight in an argument with her husband over what he did. If anything, you should have said, pray for your husband. There's some things we just don't come out and say and do and tell what other women to do about what they marriage. You pray for them and you encourage them in their marriage. Not saying their husband should be going upside their head, knocking them over, and doing all kind of wild and out thing and being disrespectful to them. No, we don't do that. But if there seems to be some kind of way with a husband and the wife and the husband is having some communication problems, you as a godly woman, because I don't listen to everybody, you got to come with me with scripture with that. You just can't come with me no other kind of way but through the word of God. And I ain't listening to nobody giving me advice but God how to handle my marriage. And if you are scripturally, educated enough and you know the word of God and everything, and you're a married woman yourself, and you know sometimes it could be difficult in handling some situations in your marriage and having some communication with your husband, you go to the word of God. Point blank, period. Or you go to somebody who can help you, walk you through in the word of God. I don't just go to anybody. Okay? But anyway, y'all, moving on. Let's get into the game. Let's get into the game. Here comes the text messages. I wonder who said my sister. One of my sisters, anyway. She's texting me, and I had to. That's one thing you go to the word of God. Anyway, let me go into this game, y'all. So y'all ready for the game? Where's everybody going? Oh, I guess I got people upset. I started talking about the Lord, so some people ran out of here. Okay. Well, it's just me and whoever's here. Okay. Okay. This game is called Crime or No Crime. Please hit the like button as you enter into this, view this video, or you come to this live. Please hit the like button. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you, Frankie. Okay. It's called Crime and No Crime. I did this one the other day. I did this one. 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 Okay, I didn't do this one. Okay, y'all. Are we ready? And I'm going to set the timer. Once I read it, I'm going to set the timer. You either put one in the chat. Let me go and explain. That's why I got this with me here, so I can go and I can explain. You put one in the chat if it's a crime, and you put two in the chat if it's no crime. Okay? One in the chat if it's a crime, and two in the chat if it's no crime. Those are the rules of the game. The chat if it's a crime, and two in the chat. Okay. Or should I do a poll like I did the last time? Okay. I said put 1 in the chat if it's a crime or 2 in the chat if it's no crime. Okay, so are we ready? Are we ready? Show me some love. Hit the like button or whatever. If you're ready for the game, just hit the like button as you enter in, please. I ask you to please to hit the like button. Okay, we playing the game called Crime or No Crime. If you just enter it in, I put the game rules, the instructions on in the chat. It says put 1 in the chat if it's a crime or 2 in the chat if it's no crime. Okay. So my first card I'm going to read to you, and I'm gonna put the timer on, so I give you time to put your answer in the chat. Okay, crime or no crime? Refusing an officer's request to back off as they try to make an arrest. Is it a crime or no crime? I gotta see your answers. Time is up. It's a crime. And the answer is a crime. What's the crime? Interfering with the official duties of a police officer is called obstruction of justice. And the question was refusing an officer's request to back off as they try to make an arrest. If an officer is making an arrest and you refuse to back away from the officer while he's arresting someone, that is a crime because it's interfering with the official duties of a police officer and is also considered to be obstruction of justice. Okay, moving on to our next question. If it's a crime or no crime. Selling your controlled substance medication. Is it a crime or no crime? The timer's on. Okay, ding. Okay, that is considered a crime to sell your controlled substance medication. The crime you are committing is called drug trafficking. Delivery of a controlled substance is called drug trafficking. Okay. Crime or no crime? Telling an FBI agent who arrested your wife, that's okay. You better not have a wife or kid, because if you do, you better keep a close eye on them. Is that a crime, telling that to a federal bureau investigator for arresting your wife? That they bet not have a wife or kid? Because if you do, you better keep a close eye on them. Is it a crime or no crime? Put your answer in the chat. 1 or 2. Telling an FBI agent as they arrest your wife, you better not have a wife or kids. Because if you do, you better keep a close eye on them. It is a crime. That's threatening a government official, and it's called terroristic threat. That is a terroristic threat. When you tell an officer, when he arrests your wife, the FBI agent who arrests your wife, that's okay. You better not have a wife or kid, because if you do, you better keep a close eye on them. All right. Crime or no crime? Swearing at the police as they arrest your best friend on what you believe are trumped up charges. Is that a crime or no crime? when you cussing at the police as they arrest your best friend on what you believe are trumped charges, like saying "fuck you, motherfucking pigs." You motherfucking pigs, them some chunked up motherfucking charges. When you do something like that, is that a crime or no crime? The timer is on. This one is good, y'all. Nobody's putting the answer in the chat? That is no crime. It's no crime to tell the motherfucking police, fuck you for giving my best friend the motherfucking trumped up charges. It's not a crime. And guess what? Although it is not against the law in most states to swear at an officer, you can be charged with disorderly conduct if you are allowed or make a scene. If you're allowed to make a scene, but it's still no crime. That one was a good one because you would think you get arrested for doing that shit. But some people do get arrested because then the police officer would tell them you disorderly conduct and give you a fine, whatever. Take you in, beat you up a little bit, rough you up a little. Okay, next one, moving on. Crime or no crime? I'm saying crime and no crime because people might be coming in, they wondering what we doing, and I'm reading these cards here, and these cards you're going to answer whether it's a crime or no crime. You're going to put a 1 in the chat if it's a crime, or you're going to put a 2 in the chat if it's no crime. Okay? This is called the crime or no crime game, and it's about the law that some people may not know about. The law is very tricky. Getting the hiccups. Attacking a police officer after seeing him slam your wheelchair bound father on the ground. Is it a crime or no crime? Is it a crime or no crime? That is considered to be a crime. And what is the crime? Assault of a public servant. When you attack a police officer, regardless if he slammed your father, who is in a wheelchair bound on the ground, and you attack the officer, that is a crime. And it's called the assault of a public servant. Even though an officer do something like that, of course you're gonna attack them. Come on. Some laws are so tricky. It doesn't stand for every state, but this is just ridiculous. I'm laughing though. It's fun, but it's funny, but not funny. Okay, crime or no crime? Oh God. This one, y'all. Choking your girlfriend and trying to squeeze the life out of her when she tells you she has been cheating and may have given you an STD. Is it a crime or is it no crime? What's your answer? Ding, 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 ding. Nobody put nothing in the chat again. Okay, it says that choking your girlfriend and trying to squeeze the life out of her when she tells you she has been cheating and have given you an STD. That is a crime. It's called attempted murder, aggravated assault, and assault. So it's a crime, y'all. Okay. Moving on. Crime or no crime? Not calling the police when you see someone is getting ready to burglarize an elderly couple's home with them inside. Is it a crime or is not a crime? Not calling the police when you see someone is getting ready to burglarize an elderly couple's home with them inside? Is it a crime or is it not a crime? Put your answer in the chat. Come on, y'all, have fun. Put your answers in the chat. Put your answers in the chitty chat. This is a fun game. Okay, y'all. That is no crime. It's no crime. What's the crime? A few states require that you report a crime that may result in death or serious bodily injuries. However, in the overwhelming majority of states, you have no legal obligation to report a crime. Ooh. But you would use common sense. If you see something like that, you may report it out of being a good citizen and a good neighborhood watch, man or woman. Okay. The next one, crime or no crime. Signing your parents' name on your Air Force enlistment application because you know they would disapprove of you enlisting before graduating high school. Is that a crime or is it not a crime? What's your answer? Timer. That is a crime because it's falsifying a government document. It's forgery. Okay. Crime or no crime. I'm going to finish this up. If I don't see too many more people coming in and people are not responding to me, it's not communicating in the chat, I'm going to end this game and we can come back some other time. Crime or no crime. Deleting incriminating documents from your computer that tie your child to a crime for which he was just arrested. Like if your child committed a crime and you want to delete these incriminating documents because you don't want your child to be arrested for the crime, is it a crime or no crime? Deleting incriminating documents from your computer that tie your child to a crime for which he was just arrested. Is it a crime or no crime? Y'all can hear me out there in the chat? That is a crime, y'all. What's the crime? The crime is tampering with evidence, obstruction of justice, and is also accessory after the fact. Obstruction of justice, accessory after the fact, and is tampering with evidence. Okay. The next question card is crime or no crime. Putting a tracking device on your boyfriend's vehicle to find out if he is visiting his ex-girlfriend. Is that a crime or is not a crime? Let's see. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. That is what? Wait. We got a few more seconds. Please put your answer. Okay. It is a crime to put a tracking device on your boyfriend's vehicle to see if he's going to see his ex-girlfriend. And it's called unlawful installation of a tracking device. It's called stalking. So why isn't Jerronda Pace in jail for stalking R. Kelly? Girl, we're going to find out a lot of stuff here today, okay? Crime or no crime? Stabbing and killing someone who gets in your face and threatens to kill you and every member in your household for snitching. Is that a crime or no crime? Doom 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 doom. Doom 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 doom. Doom 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 doom. Thank you, Frankie. Anybody else got an answer? One in the chat if it's a crime, two in the chat if it's not a crime. Okay, stabbing and killing someone who gets in your face and threatens to kill you and every member in your household for snitching. Okay, hey Sheena. It says, what's the crime? Voluntary manslaughter is the crime, and in words alone do not justify killing someone. The threat must be real and imminent. Imminent. Whoa. Doom, 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 doom. Somebody tell me they're going to kill you. You know, we saw that go on here on YouTube. Some people talking about they're going to do this and they're going to do that. They're going to shoot their mother. They're going to do this. They made threats to each other on YouTube. So it has to actually take place or not for you to have because if you do it and you act on it because of words, it is considered voluntary manslaughter. Okay, crime or no crime? Thank you for whoever hit the like button. This is a fun game. You're learning some things about crime and no crime. I got this whole box of cards, y'all. Yes, I'm looking in the chat, Frankie. I seen you put the one up. Crime or no crime? Discreetly following your husband and his lover around to gather evidence. Wait a minute, I can't laugh. Discreetly following your husband and his lover around to gather evidence to use in your divorce proceeding. You know, like you got to get some information so you can get this divorce proceeding. So you following your husband around with his girlfriend or whoever he might be seeing and cheating on you with or whatever his Okay, Sheena, come on and play. And it says, is this a crime or no crime? Put one in the chat if it's a crime, two in the chat if it's not a crime. To discreetly follow your husband and his lover around to gather evidence to use in your divorce proceeding. I'm gonna put the timer on. Is it a crime or no crime? Doom 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 doom. All right, it is no crime to do that. All right, woo, you got it right. It says this is not being done to harass or intimidate. That one was tricky because I would have thought it would be a crime. You stalking. You stalking. That's crazy. Okay. Crime or no crime? Installing software on your school-age child's iPhone to view his communications. Is that a crime or is it not a crime? Is it a crime or is it not a crime? Okay, I'm going to put the timer on and we're going to see what it is. Dun, 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 dun. Like putting a device on your children's iPhone so that you can find out, like putting a software on your children's phone to see their communications. Is that a crime or no crime? Put one in the chat if it's a crime. Put two in the chat if it's not a crime. And the answer to that is no crime. It says in almost all states, it is not illegal for parents to view and monitor their underage child's electronic communication. So it's not a crime. So you parents, you got rights. All right, to do that. All right, there we go. And it says crime or no crime. Snatching a phone from someone making a 911 call for help. Is that a crime or is it not a crime? Put one in the chat if it's a crime and put two in the chat if it's not a crime. Here we go. Doom, doom. Some of these things are funny. Doom, doom. Oh, these glasses get on my nerves for a while. Thank you, Sheena, Frankie. And the answer to that one is it's a crime. Y'all got it wrong. It's a crime. Snatching the phone from someone calling 911. It's called interfering with a 911 call or interference with an emergency call. Obstruction of emergency communication. So that one was a. Oh, you put a one, Frankie? So you got it right. Sheena, you put a two. That was. Okay. Crime, no crime. It says having your 16-year-old son run a six-pack of beer, a six-pack of beer across the street to your new neighbor. Is that a crime or is it not a crime? Having your 16-year-old run a six-pack across the across to your new neighbor. Is that a crime or is it not a crime? Whoa. Time is on. Give you some time to put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Okay, Frankie, you got your answer out there. Sheena, you got your answer out there. Having your 16-year-old son run a six-pack of beer across the street to your new neighbor, that is considered a crime. Contributing to the delinquency of a minor. It's a crime. It's a crime. Okay, even though people do it, but it's a crime. I've seen my girlfriend. I had a friend back in the days. Ghetto. She used to cuss her kids out, answer the door and everything. Y'all motherfuckers better stop. Go in the store and get me a motherfucking pack of cigarettes. And then back in the days, people sell cigarettes to kids. Little kids could come in the store and buy some cigarettes. And people, the little bodega and everything used to sell the cigarettes. The little small minors, children. They sold it to me. That's how I know. And I was only just like 12 or 13 years old. Yeah, give me a little couple of loose cigarettes. Okay, in New York, please. People gonna do whatever they can to make hustle money. They don't care who they try to sell cigarettes to. The hero ain't nothing but a sandwich, okay? Okay. Crime or no crime. Hacking your girlfriend's husband's computer and giving her valuable information that she can use to get custody of the kids. Is that a crime or no crime? Hacking your girlfriend's husband's computer and giving her valuable information that she can use to get custody of the kids. Is that a crime or is it not a crime? You're going to put the timer on. And I know y'all know the answer to that one. Y'all better know the answer to that one. Nobody can get that one wrong. Okay. This is so funny. I'm looking in the chat, Frankie. I'm looking in the chat. I see your answer. I see a 2. That is considered a crime. Disclosure of information obtained by unlawful wiretapping is called wiretapping. You gotta be real desperate to be doing something like that. Frankie, I'm on the live. I'm on the live with my phone. It says, crime, no crime. Rolling up your car window to prevent a police officer who asks to search your car. Hey, T is Blonde. How are you? Continuous blessings to all in the chat. Yes, thank you, T is Blonde. Be playing the game. I'm looking in the chat. It says crime or no crime. Rolling up your car window to prevent a police officer who asks to search your car from searching it. Like if a police officer come to ask to search your car, you roll up your windows. Is that a crime or no crime? Okay, you prevent the police officer from searching it. Is it a crime or no crime? And you roll up your windows. Oh, this one is going to be good. The timer is on, y'all. The timer is on. Dun, 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 dun. I see your answer. T is blunt. You said no, it's not a crime. Frankie said yes, it's a crime. I'm looking in the chat, Frankie. There's some things that I'm probably not seeing. I'm looking in the chat. That's how I'm communicating with you. I'm looking in the chat. Okay, the answer to that one is not a crime. If an officer requests that you get out of the car after rolling up your window, the officer can restrain you and search your vehicle if you do not comply. Rolling up the window is not a crime, but it's no crime. But I don't get it. What's the crime? If an officer requests that you get out of the car after rolling up your window, the officer can restrain you and search your vehicle if you do not comply. So it's kind of tricky, right? Now, this one was rolling up your car window to prevent a police officer who asks to search your car from searching it. Is it a crime or no crime? And it's saying it's no crime. But if an officer requests that you get out of the car after rolling up your window, the officer can restrain you and search your vehicle if you do not comply. So you do, you don't do. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what is it? Is it a crime? Well, it's not a crime, but it's saying it's not a crime, it's no crime. But then it's saying if an officer requests that you get out of the car after rolling up your window, the officer can restrain you and search your vehicle if you do not comply. I don't get that one. That's a tricky one. Okay. This one, crime or no crime? Adults getting caught naked having sex in a park. Yeah, it does sound like a setup, right? It does. It's like you do, you don't do. Wait. But how is it saying it's not a crime, but then you could get arrested if the officer can restrain you? It's like, what is that? They don't. I guess it has to go like, what's they call that law? Common law or whatever. Just let the officer search the car. That's all. Just let the officer, because you can't win. It's like a no-win situation. Okay. Adults getting caught naked having sex in a park. Is it a crime or is not a crime? The timer is on. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I know some people are going to say, well, that shouldn't be a crime. I would say it shouldn't be a crime, but hey, if it's out there in the public. Okay, the answer to that answer is, what's the crime? Public lewdness, indecent exposure, and disorderly conduct. It's a crime. Oh, got it. I got it. No, get a ticket and fight it. Okay. I get it. I get it, T is blunt. So the thing of having sex in the park naked with somebody, it can be a crime, and it's public lewdness, indecent exposure, and disorderly conduct. Okay, we almost done here. It says crime or no crime. Delivering something to a house that has a no trespassing sign posted. Is it a crime or no crime? Delivering something to a house that has a no trespassing sign posted. Let's find out. I'll give everybody a chance to answer that one with the judgment. Okay, is it a crime or no crime? Okay. Okay, the time is going down. See the sand in the hourglass? Okay, delivering is something to a house that has a no trespassing sign. Is it a crime or no crime? It's a crime. If you want to deliver something to someone and they have a no trespassing sign outside, that is considered a crime. Criminal trespass, and it's considered trespass. Isn't that something, y'all? It's a crime. You can't win with the law, living by laws. That's why people break them. Because sometimes they put laws on people that is just too much to bear. Okay. It says crime or no crime. Threaten to tell your spouse boss that he is having an affair with a co-worker. He fights you for custody of your children. If threatening to tell your spouse boss that he is having an affair with a co-worker if he fights you for custody of your children. Is that considered a crime or no crime? Put your answer in the chat, 1 or 2. Okay, the hourglass is going, y'all. 1 or 2. Your answer is 2, Frankie? Okay, the answer is 1. It's a crime to threaten your spouse that you're going to tell his boss that he's having an affair with a co-worker if you fight him for custody of the children. That is called blackmail. It's a crime. You can't go around threatening your spouse's boss to tell your business to the boss just to, because you're going through a marriage. It's called blackball. Okay. Blackmail. It's called blackmail. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. We have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hope y'all can hang around for these 5 more cards because I'm not going to do all of these tonight. I know some of y'all probably want to go and see something, some action on YouTube, or go see some things, what's going on. I have no interest. I'm trying to learn this law for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. For those of you who just came in as Robert Sylvester Kelly supporters, I wrote him a nice little letter to encourage him. And it will be mailed out, and I shared it here, and I don't want to read it again. Some things, I only shared some of it. I didn't share everything. Prayerfully, it will get to him, and that he will read it, and he will be encouraged. Wishing him a happy new year, happy birthday. And we both shared a birthday, and we both in a new chapter of our lives. Okay? And I wanted to just share that with him. Okay. Crime or no crime? Spreading false rumors about someone on social media. Ooh, this one is good, y'all. Spreading false rumors about someone on social media. Is it a crime or is no crime? Doom, 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 doom. Sheena, 1. I know that's right, Sheena. Tears Blood said 1. It's a crime. Well, anybody else got an answer? Anybody else got an answer? Spreading false rumors about someone on social media. Ooh, y'all gonna learn something today. Okay. That is considered a crime. You are right. You are right. It's a crime. 100%. It says imparting or conveying false information. That's a federal law. And electronic harassment and cyber bullying. Woohoo! We got it here, y'all. We got it here. This is the law, y'all. This is the law. This is the law right here. Okay? And I don't know if people go in, they take it seriously, but it's the law, y'all. Okay, that's why I wanted y'all to come play this game so we could find out some things. Okay? Woo! Okay. It should be a crime. Exactly, Sheena. It definitely should be a crime because you shouldn't be going around, spreading false rumors and on social media and What else it says? Spreading false rumors about someone on social media. It's a crime. It's cyberbullying. Cyberbullying. Okay. Crime or no crime. If you can't handle this kind of, you know, thing with social media, if you can, you get ticked off with people and you too touchy or whatever, you need to, get yourself some therapy or get some help or just stay off of social media. There's ways you can stay off social media. Go to the library, read books, and meet people in socialized gatherings, do a book club, whatever. There's a whole lot of things you can do to avoid being. I know a lot of people in my family not on social media and they don't like social media. They don't even want to mess with it. Okay. So they stay away from it. So there's a way you can stay away from. Call some family members up like you used to do in the good old days. Get on the phone, gossip, talk about people, whatever you want to do. But social media is not for you. It's not for everybody. It's really not. But some people don't got it. Some people just ain't got it in control. It says crime or no crime. Burning your child's hand to teach her not to play with matches. Is that a crime or not a crime? Come on. We all know. Doom, 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 doom. I'm going to just put it out there anyway because some people do it. You can put it. Yep, it says burning your child's hand to teach her not to play with matches. Is it a crime or no crime? That one should be easy for everybody to answer. And what kind of crime you consider it to be. You could put that also in the chat. You could add more to it. Why you feel it's a crime. Boom, boom, boom. It says, that is considered a crime. It's assault, battery, child abuse, child neglect, and child endangerment. Yep, it's a crime, Frankie. It's a crime. It's assault and battery, child abuse, child neglect, and child endangerment for burning your child hand to teach them a lesson not to play with matches. That one was easy for me. I know that. Wait, hold on. My cards just fell. Okay. Now. Okay. Crime or no crime, y'all. This one is giving an officer who stops you for a traffic violation another family member's identifying information. Is that a crime or no crime? Is that a crime or no crime? Doom, 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 doom. You are fine now, love. What's going on, Frankie? Doom, 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 doom. Crime or no crime? Giving an officer who stops you for a traffic violation another family member's identifying information. Is that a crime? Okay. What's the crime? The crime it's a crime and it's called providing false information to a police officer, making false statements to a police officer, and obstruction of justice. Okay, so it is a crime to give somebody else's information to an officer and false information on top of that. That is providing false information to a police officer, and it's also making false statements to a police officer, obstruction of justice. Okay, my next one, before the last, this one is carrying a gun inside a church where signs are visibly posted prohibiting them. Is it a crime or not a crime? Now, we should know that one. Doom, 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 doom. Okay. Everyone does that? They carry a gun in the church? I don't go to church. I don't like guns at all, to be honest with you. I just don't. I just don't. Because I feel like this. If I have one, I'm going to use it. So it's better not to have one because I might use it. Right. It is a crime. It is a crime. It's illegal carrying of a weapon, and it's also unlawful carry of a weapon. Okay, that is a crime. Okay, last, but the last one for the night. Pointing a gun at a driver who cuts you off. Is that a crime or not a crime? Here we go with the timer. Is that a crime or is not a crime? That one should be easy for a lot of people. Ooh, this water was good. Okay. Okay. You got it, T.S. Blunt. Okay, the answer to that one is aggravated assault, a terroristic threat. Someone cuts you off, you point a gun at them, that is a crime. And that is the end of our game for tonight. You all did a wonderful job participating, and the majority of you do know the law. You got it right. Some of them were kind of tricky, especially that one about searching the car and everything. That one I would never understand. And the one calling while you see somebody robbing somebody and you ain't gonna do nothing about it is also, to me. Thank you, Frankie, for your participation. Thank you, T.S. Blunt. Thank you, Sheena. You all did such a wonderful job. Thank you for coming in tonight to play the game of crime and no crime with Casey McDaniel. And also, this is great for this channel due to the fact that we all came here to fight against injustice. What was done to the superstar, the R&B king, Robert Sylvester Kelly. And as we continue to go along and play in the game, we're going to find some interesting things. Yes, it is fun, T.S. Blunt. My sister gave me this game. She knew I wanted to be an attorney. I never followed my passion. And then she realized, that I'm in this fight for the justice for Robert Sylvester. That I like my... Now she calling him Robert Sylvester Kelly. Because now, before everybody call him R. Kelly, but now is this, she always talking about now, because, everybody, when I talk about him now, I don't say R. Kelly. I just say Robert Sylvester Kelly. That's his name. So I call him out by his full name, Robert Sylvester Kelly, so people get understanding that this man has been truly done wrong by the justice system. And it's just sad that he was judged by the public opinion. The docuseries, that's a crime. That was a crime. The government committed a crime. And I truly believe he's going to win this appeal. And I feel confident in what Jennifer Bonjean. Yep. U.S. both, I call his government. What they did was totally, totally disrespectful to the law. And it's just not only just for him, it's for everybody. You know what I'm saying? If they could get away with it doing it to him, they could do it to anybody. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I find wrong about what they did. It was a miscarriage of justice. It was a miscarriage of justice. And I truly believe that his team is working very, very diligently, and they're going to do a very well job on what they have to do to get him and justified, to get him out of this thing, regardless of how people feel personally about him. They don't care about your personal feelings. It's about the law. And if they could get away with doing this to Robert Sylvester Kelly, believe it or not, they could come around and do some bullshit stuff to you. Maybe not, as what they did to Robert, because you're not a famous person, but it can happen. Somebody could just don't like you and just jealous of you, and they could just do anything to just destroy your life. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful about what you agree with when you something done wrong to a person, whether you like them or not. It's not about if you like them or not. It's about you using good judgment and seeing you in that person's situation, seeing yourself. You weren't there. You doing by rumors and false gossip or whatever. You weren't there. And maybe some personal things happen to you in your life, so you need therapy. You need help. Most of all, you need Jesus. Okay? He's the only one that can help you through your situation or whatever like that. So you don't have to spread that around, and you don't got to carry that burden for the rest of your life and destroy other people around you with it. It could become very toxic. It could become dangerous. Yes. So anyway, y'all, it's been good. I'm glad you had your participation with me here tonight on this Tuesday night after dealing with the snow and everything today. I said, after dealing with the snow, I stayed home today. I had to, help my husband. He wanted to go to work today and everything because he doesn't like to miss no time away from work. He enjoy his job. He enjoy it. That's like a social outlet for him. He don't like staying home. He doesn't like staying home. And we had the shovel. Have a bless. Yes, you too, T.S. Blunt. And I appreciate you coming in, and I'll be back with you again, not this week with the game, but if anything else comes up, I may be back with you. But the game and everything, I'm gonna try to get this game going on a Sunday night. I think Sunday. So why no one gets in trouble? Like who, Frankie? So why no one gets in trouble? Mm. Yeah, so we're gonna continue to keep the superstar Robert Sylvester Kelly. We're gonna keep him in our prayers, 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 prayers. And we're gonna play these games. We're gonna play this game. I got another pack here of cards. I didn't get all I didn't do this is another pack I didn't even open. And then there's some more that I didn't even finish here. Like a stack that I didn't finish. But we're gonna try to get through this whole game. So, next time you come on, come with a piece of paper and write down some of the questions and the answers. And then, when you have these discussions and everything about anything that's done out here when they having conversations on. Oh, good, T is Blunt. Yes, and I hope other people will come and join along as well. Those of riding with Robert. You don't even have to ride with Robert. You could just be not with Robert, and you could just come and just learn the law, learn some of the game of life. It's called Crime or No Crime. I received this as a birthday gift from my sister. She gave it to me. We had dinner Sunday. Yeah. Yeah, we had dinner on Sunday. I think our time is off, Frankie. Because while you talking to me in the chat, you probably behind a couple. Because you in another state, so 3 hours away or whatever like that. So I think we having some problems going on with our connection here. Because you're yeah, we having some problems with connection. I can see that. I see it. Yeah. You ain't even on this when the live ends, you be here. You be here by the time the live ends. Yeah, so with us, where I'm at now on this conversation. Because see, sometimes like if people live like 3 hours away or whatever like that, and due to the snowstorms and stuff, sometimes the internet connection, you might be behind in what I'm talking about. Because that happened to me too. Yeah, she's running behind. Yep, she's running behind. That's where the connection. Because I was like, what is she talking about in the chat? So I see what she's talking about because she's having some problems, being on time on my schedule with me. What she would have had to do is Frankie, she can't hear me now. Which next time that happens, you know what you do? Log off and then log back in. So you could be on the same time schedule as me in the conversation. Yeah, there's a delay. She's having a delay. Because she's answering the questions. I can see it in the chat now. But she kept saying, "You're not looking in the chat." And I'm like, "I'm looking in the chat, Frankie. I'm looking in the chat." And she thought I was just like ignoring her, but I wasn't ignoring her. I see that we're off. We're off. Next time she have to log out and then log back in. See, she's talking to you now. T is blood. She's not on. She's not there with us yet. Let me tell her. I'm gonna call her and tell her. Because that happened to me before. Let me call her and tell her. Yeah, she's gonna have to log off and log back in. Frankie, Frankie, you off your time with me on the in the thing. You think I'm ignoring you, but I'm not ignoring you. You 3 hours behind with me. Yes, you do. You have a delay. Log off and then log back in. Yeah. Come out and come back in. I told her to log off and log back in because she's having a delay. That happened to me before because one time I was in the chat and it happened quite a few times with me before. I was in the chat and I'm talking to people and they're not responding to me. And I'm like, oh, they're not talking to me. So she was having a delay. She was behind with us where we at right now. Let's see if that will work. Like sometimes you got to log out and log back in. See, now you on time with me, Frankie? Answer me in the chat. Whenever you get a delay and you behind, you got to log out and then log back in. So we could be on the same time. See? We sometimes be delayed. Yep. Log out and log back in. Especially when I schedule my lives and everything, because sometimes you could be in the live waiting for me to come in and you could be there. And then sometimes it's like when you come in, when I come on and everything, I'm delayed. You see what I'm saying? I'm delayed. So it's better to just, when I come on, just log out and then come back in and meet me there on the live. So there'll be no miscommunication there. Uh huh. So I had a really great night with you guys. It's peaceful. We had a good time. I hoped everybody would have stayed. Some people went off my channel. They went off somewhere else or whatever like that. But I'm glad they did hit the like. Those who did come in did hit the like button that participated in the game. I see three likes there. And I just want to have some more fun with you guys. But I'm gonna try to do this on a Sunday night, if that's okay with you all. Yes, I'm gonna try to schedule the game night on Sunday evening or whatever. That's this Sunday because we only have me and my family. We only eat dinner together once a month on a Sunday. Next month, which is February, if God's willing, if I'm here, if I'm still here. Before you get off, could you please give me Robert Sylvester Kelly's address again? Because I don't have it here in front of me. I have to write it down. Just give me a second. Could you please put his address in the chat for me? It's always good with you too, T is blood. I like that, T is blood. Please put Robert's address in there, and I'm gonna mail him this letter. I probably go out tonight and walk up there to the just to see how just to walk over by to the mailbox to get it out of the way. See, you missed it, T is blunt. Yeah, you was out of it, but Sunday you're gonna be okay because we're gonna come back on Sunday and play the game, and hopefully I have more people in here. So like, share this video, please. Please like and share. I wrote. I know you was out of it, right? I wrote, Dear Robert, when you receive this letter, I pray it find you in good spirit and in good health. Also, that you be able to understand my prayer. First, I would like to start off wishing you a happy, blessed new year and a birthday. And we both into a new chapter of our lives. So he's not alone. In the beginning of January, you actually inspired me as being a Capricorn. Yes, it's going to be our year, what God has in store for us. Okay, I have a strong feeling you have a successful appeal. I'm confident in your legal team, Jennifer Bonjean Law Group. I see a sign of a victory. And I love that song of R. Kelly. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. But then I closed out Tears Blunt because you wasn't here in the beginning. And then I said to him here, in closing, I'm praying fervently for your release before the end of 2024 and looking forward to some great inspirational music from you, giving a powerful testimony, allowing God to use you for his glory. For your glory, I will do anything just to see you, to behold you as my King. For your glory. I ain't no singer, y'all. Okay, that's fine, Frankie. I will appreciate it. Thank you so much, because I'm not going on no other channel to look for it. I'm sorry. If I can get it here on my channel, because I don't want to get into no riffraff. Not right now. Not right now, even though there's so many things I would like to talk about. You know what I'm saying? At some point, like I said, a sign of a victory. A sign of a victory, his song. Let me play that song. Even though YouTube, they gonna get crazy and hit me with a copy claim. I better not play it, because if I play it, they hit me with a copyright. And then, because one of my videos I played, they blocked the video. Okay. Sounds good to me, Frankie. She's starting to act shady to me too. I'm just trying to avoid people, because if people ain't got common sense to know that that's not Robert making those phone calls. And they still trying to convince people it's him, but I'm trying to say it's not him. And I pray it's not him either, because that would look good on his part. So I'm just saying, as a real true supporter, you don't want to do anything to obstruct his justice. You know what I'm saying? To interrupt his justice that is coming, like believing these fake rumors and lies. And it's just certain things you're just not going to follow as a real true supporter. When you heard his attorney come out and even say that Robert will not be doing any interviews, he's restricted. So she left it up to you to figure it out. And, being the kind of intelligent woman that she is, she's not going to come out and say, that's not Robert. She's not going to do it that way, because this is her way of seeing who these people are on these YouTube streets that's doing all of this craziness around this man's fight for justice, for this man's legal situation. So she'll be able to know who's who. She ain't going to just come out and tell you that. Common sense. Because of the simple fact that this is the only way. They're not going to expose you at this point. But don't think they're not watching you. And know that you ain't no Robert Sylvester. And as he's getting mail from people, cards, whatever, they have to screen those things. They have to see who's who. Because Robert doesn't use very good judgment when it comes to certain people he surrounds himself with. Being good to everybody. You can't be good to everybody when it comes to your life. You have to know how to protect yourself from snakes. You know, these people, you know, he knows who's in this fight for him, and she has to see who's in this fight for him. She's watching things very, very with a fine eye. With, you know, she can't trust these people around Robert. The way they carrying on and they up there, yeah, they making all that noise. They exposing themselves. And then they get mad at the supporters that don't want to go along with the bullshit. Okay, Frankie. Well, anyway, before I get into this conversation, y'all, because I try my best not to talk about him, but this channel has been about him. And, you know, that's what the devil wants to do. The devil want to shun me out so that they can have their way with doing what they doing to Robert's legal battle, and they want to get all the props and all the high glory, but I'm gonna let them expose themselves, and I'm just gonna get out here and play my game, Crime and No Crime, with you on Sunday night. Is that okay? And then we could get into a little discussion as well. So God is good. God gave me something new all the time, something to get me away from all that nonsense. So anyway, y'all, God bless you. I love you, and thank you all for coming in and joining me in this game night tonight. So you be safe. Peace.